What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Guni, and it's been a minute since I've got the old noggin out. Do you know what I mean? Bald Lives Matter is back and shining in full effect. Yeah, you see it. Smooth as eggs, bowling ball smooth. You get me, bro? You can't get nothing smoother than this.
I'll take the hat off, and it's a bit of a messy, isn't it? But,
Look.
It is what it is.
Some of that real stuff, none of that turkey stuff, all of that is 100% authentic Italian Louis Beneventi, as you see there. Not even a millimeter in receding. Yeah, blessed. Very good G.
Touchwood.
Thank mum and dad for those. Big up mum and dad for keeping that hairline intact, as you can see. Yeah, one of my genetics failed me terribly.
But you do realise that's like minimal in the grand scheme of things. That has minimal impact.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me, bro.
No. I'm saying no genetics. Genetic, like when they say, you get it from your mum or your dad's side or blah, blah, it's bollocks. Like, it's minimal. It's like 5-10%. All of it is pretty much just how you look after your hair.
I did that. I must have done a terrible job, clearly. But here we are. I am bald and with a full beard. I will do a better job to take care of this 100%. But people, they were not expecting a little conference on baldness and hair. But there you are. There's your free little preview before you decide to go on the premium subscription, which we meant. No, I'm joking. I'm not even going to get into all of that. Let's get straight into the draws today. Yeah, Champions League round of 16, a competition that we actually have some pedigree in. And you know what, Louis? It actually feels good to not speak about the Premier League for a minute, all things considered. Just come from an absolute roasting of Troops' channel, and he had to do it live as well. So it is what it is. We are here. At least we are in a competition that they have not participated in I don't know how many years now.
On that though, right? I was getting a roasting off of him last night. And I'm kind of sat there a bit like, why? Because I went into the game, was like, yeah, we're going to smack you up. I was like, yeah, probably. No, I wasn't expecting anything. I just wasn't expecting us to, I thought we were either going to get absolutely turned over, or it would be like a boring draw, or we'd like lose after giving everything. That, by the end of the game, very similar to when we lost 1-0 to City under Conte. That's how it felt. It was very flaccid. There was nothing about it. I'm
not going to lie to you, Louis. That one there felt worse than the 4-1 beatdown we got against Brighton, purely because of who the opposition was and just how cowardly we were in that game. But you're right, man. This is not about the Premier League. This is about a trophy that we have won twice. Yeah, we are keeping London relevant in the European map. We shall look at the positives for now. So in the round of 16, we have been drawn with Borussia Dortmund. The first game, we are going to be facing them away in Dortmund for the first time as well, Louis, ever in the Champions League.
I know. So, I still don't know what the exact date is, because I need to book my flights, because I am going.
You're definitely going to You're going to see that yellow wall live in the flesh, yeah?
I was saying to my dad, I was like, if we draw Dortmund, are we going? And he's like, I'll let you know. I've sort of been, listen, I'm going. Listen, I'm Mario, I'm going. I don't care about you anymore. That is what it is. But Champions League, you see that yellow wall off. That's like, I think the Bernabeu is the only one I've not done. Like, I was gutted I didn't go last year.
Yeah.
The yellow wall has been one of the things I've always wanted to see. So I'm there like, cool. Like, as soon as that went on sale, bang, out of there, we're on our way. But it's gonna be interesting. It's a football culture thing. I'm also a massive football hipster, so as you very well know. So I'm just excited. But I need to see the dates,
bro. If I was in Europe, I'd probably be trying to book something and planning the trip with you as we speak. But unfortunately, I'm way too far. But I'm due a visit soon. So if who knows, innit? Let me not say too much, bro. When it happens, it will happen. You get me? But this one here, man, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna come at a good time for us, with all things considered. It's gonna be coming, after the January transfer window is done as well. Hopefully we would have had at least bought in a player or two. For me, I'm looking at least a backup right back for Reece James, because that's hurt us on that right side, and also I've been shouting out for that CDM as well. Whether we'll get our number one targets in January, it's going to be quite difficult to do so. I'm hearing rumors about Nkunku, but again, I'd be very surprised if he left Dortmund in January. Bro.
That went very quiet, didn't it? That went very quiet.
It went quiet real quick. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Things were heating up real quick, and all of a sudden, it's just like...
It's almost like Todd Bowley fucked up again.
Well, we don't know that. If he delivers, then...
Come on, man. I'm already... I was raging yesterday at him. I know we're not talking about him, but I was fucking raging at him. Yes. He's been here 7 months. 7 months. And he's cleaned house in the back, not replaced any of them, and not put anybody in charge of the football stuff like you're supposed to. He wants to get 4 people for one job and still hasn't got any of them. The man's he talks. He's all that. He's not backed it up at all. People will say he spent £275 million in the transfer market, but let's be honest, Man United did that under the Glazers, and it just papered over cracks.
You see the stance that I've taken on the manager, on the owner, is actually quite similar to the manager. I'm going to keep my mouth shut for now. I'm going to keep my reservations, keep my mouth shut for now. I'm going to give him a season. You see, once that summer transfer window's closed, I'm going to look back and say, is what you have done good enough to at least take us significantly further forward, potentially, from where we finished? Because right now it's not looking good. So I'm just reserving judgment. I'm just going to be fair. I'm going to, like I give to everybody else, 1 season, to at least show me some kind of... I'm not asking for trophies or nothing. Progress and tangible, sustainable looking progress is all I'm asking for. Yeah, but I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm not too worried about Dortmund like that, Louis. I reckon we can actually go through. I swear down, no disrespect to Dortmund, but I just think we're different in Europe. I want to see what the situation is come end of the January window. Potentially, even looking within our own squad, potentially we could have Reece James back. Potentially we could even have N'Golo Kante back. Hopefully they can stay fit, fingers crossed. But if those guys are in contention to be playing, Dortmund, then it's all of a sudden things look different.
That is the only positive of this World Cup. It's the only one. Like for me, this World Cup, it is purely business. And there's people say, it's because Italy aren't in it. I'm not an Italy fan. I'm an England fan. But I genuinely, I think for me, when I say it's just business, I'm going to be making content. I'm going to be talking about the games. I'll be talking about how Qatar's got a terrible human rights record, got it put through by bribery. We mention that any suitable point in those conversations as about why this World Cup is fucking stupid. But it's that the only positive as a Chelsea fan is you look at it, you go, well, I've Chilwell will be back, Reece James will be back, Kante will be back. Key players.
Chilwell, I would. Nah, do you know what? That's February. Champions League's come back February. Yeah, so you're right. It could be back.
World Cup is 2 weeks away, mate. It's actually a week now.
Nah, it's not. It's 2 weeks away, bro. It's definitely towards the end of the month. It's earlier than 2 weeks. Probably like 10 or 12 days or something like that.
It's the 20th of November is Qatar, Ecuador.
Yeah, this weekend is the last Premier League fixture. We've got fucking Newcastle away, bruv. But yeah, it's what it is. It's not Premier League. But I reckon we can get the job done at Dortmund. I can't lie. We've got to respect several of their players. They've got, big Jude Bellingham, a player that everybody wants, and he seems to be performing for Dortmund as well. They've got 1 or 2 other young talents. I don't know whether we'll see Yusufa Moukoko start either one of the games, but he's a top talent. I think he's going to be a good striker. Him
is he the young English lad, or am I getting confused?
Moukoko is the striker at Borussia Dortmund. I think he's like 17, 18.
Apart from Bellingham, there was another young English boy there, weren't there? Like, or am I making? It's not Musiala I'm thinking about, because I know he plays for Bayern.
No, he's up.
But there was a couple of youngsters that have come through, and they're banging about. As you know, the English press do. It's like, he's English, fucking great. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's fucking baller, mate. He'll be fucking great. You see him in the England squad in 2 years' time.
Yeah, bruv. But the positive I see from that, we back our own, bruv. Sometimes we need a bit of that, especially since our own media is so much against us. At times, it's nice to get the contrast to that. But, bro, just like looking elsewhere, oh man, the window closed. I had it open, and I think
Let me guess. Was it the Champions League draws?
the round of 16 draws,
It's
bro.
almost like I've got it prepared for you, mate. Don't
Oh, he
worry.
does. Oh, bruv, Louis already knows, bruv. You see this? He knows that Guni was just gonna have a shit house or shit show somewhere.
Hey, listen. It's like I've worked in this game. I've been in this game doing content since I was 16. Been doing it 8
Big
years.
facts, you're an OG in this thing, Louis, bruv.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Troop said that the other day. He said you're an old man. I was like, oh my god. So he was like, I know you're not now, but in terms of content, you are an old man.
Yeah, you were one of the originals, bruv. Definitely for Chelsea, you're one of the originals.
I know. I think it's mad, isn't it? Get back in the game, though, slowly but surely. Sorry, I'm just checking my hair. Have to, mate. Barber. Listen. This right here, this is my brand. Okay, I need to be careful with it. Right, here we go. So, the last 16 draw in full. RB Leipzig. I already fucked it up. RB Leipzig versus Manchester City. Club Brugge versus Benfica. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. AC Milan versus Tottenham. Frankfurt versus Napoli. Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea. Inter Milan versus Porto. Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich.
There's a couple of spicy games there, but let's start from the top. I want to start with actually RB Leipzig and Man City.
You know what about the hipster game? I'm really disappointed about that.
Go on then. We'll start there.
What do you think the hipster game is?
I'm not going to say Liverpool, Madrid, because those are both legacy. PSG, Bayern, no.
It's all about Bruges versus Benfica. That's the biggest game of the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to be fair, Benfica done sick as well to top their group.
Mate, not going to lie, though, that game, but I think if in terms of the draw, right, the good thing is you're going to have two of the big boys gone, definitely. So there's going to be no Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi to deal with, or no Mane, Leroy Sané, Gnabry to deal with, or Liverpool team. I don't know. They'll probably get turned out by Real Madrid. But then if Real Madrid get knocked out, you don't have to deal with Benzema. So,
Max.
We are in quite a strong position there. I think the fact is, like, if we get past Dortmund, I think the only teams I'm confident right now looking at where I go, do you know what? I think we could beat them. I think we could beat Bruges or Benfica, no question. Mm-hmm. I say no question. Don't collect that up. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be the favourites.
Yeah.
Or I think we could beat Inter or Porto. I don't think Frankfurt won't get past Napoli. So then I'm looking at going, would you beat Napoli? Absolutely
think we would.
not.
No, I think we would.
No. Have you seen how well they're playing at the minute?
Yeah, they're moving mental. They are moving sick. But on our day, this is the thing. Cup competition's different to the Prem, bro. On our day, anyone can beat anyone, bro. And we saw, I know different circumstances, but at least we saw some bottle from some of these lads at Madrid. Yeah, we didn't go through, but still, it showed some bottle from these lads. So if they could, sometimes when they turn it on, they turn it on. And like I said, we've got players, potentially favorable players coming into this. Reece James, our key player. N'Golo Kante, key player. That's a complete game changer. So you never know, bro. This is what I'm saying.
I know, honestly, and form goes out the window.
That's what I mean.
After this Newcastle game.
You see what I would say, though? Going to Naples and getting the result is going to be very difficult.
I don't expect it. I don't expect it.
The job would have to be done at Stamford Bridge, 100%. I do respect them as a team, but for me, there's only two teams in this, given our European form, that really concern me. Obviously, I can never write off the champions Real Madrid. That's one. And the other one, three. The other one, PSG or Bayern Munich?
Can I be honest? I'm writing PSG off because they've got some sort of juju on them. Like genuinely, it's like, or it's either that or the fact is their whole model doesn't make any sense. They've had the best every year for the past 5 years, 6 years. Start of the tournament. Oh, PSG are the favourites. Never gets the quarter.
Bottled it every time. Yeah.
Never get past the quarters. So, and it's not like they're building and going forward in terms of their situation. It's genuinely they just can't get past quarterfinals because there's something within that squad. Probably because it's just a load of players that are signed with another. Well, they've signed loads of players who wanted loads of money, and there's no cohesion.
Yeah, exactly that. And if you look at that front three as well, because let's have it right, that's where their leaders are. Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi. Two of them have bottled it several times. Messi has obviously done his thing in the Champions League. He's bottled a couple finals, but who doesn't? I'm not holding that against him. But yeah, so I'm not really. So I agree with you there, bruv. I have to agree. The mentality for me at PSG is the question. Is getting it over the line. Get me? They've got a good structure now. They've addressed weaknesses. They've signed midfielders that seem to be fitting into their team. This year, they've got no excuse. They look good. Messi's starting to play a lot better than he has in previous seasons. So, they've got no excuse. But on paper, they should at least be getting to a final. But I do feel that Bayern can take it. I'm not going to lie. Definitely feel that Bayern can do it. They're a top team.
Bayern are the tournament favourites. Hands down. Not
Real Madrid. Do you reckon if they beat Liverpool, would you have them as favourites? Because even Liverpool in Europe, I'm not watching their Premier League form going into the European form. That would be a big mistake.
I'm not looking at their form. I'm looking at the fact their squad's so thin at the minute. And Jurgen Klopp's already going to moan about that in February because he's not going to make any signings in January because he's not going to be able to because the club's been
yeah. They've got that embargo coming, potentially.
Well, it's not an embargo. That FSG just aren't going to plough any money into a thing that they're selling.
No, true, because they're selling the club, or if things have happened by then, isn't it that they can't do any business until the transfer is done, until the sale's done of the club?
No, they can do business. It's not. We didn't have that. The only reason we had that is because of sanctions, isn't it? Sanctions.
Yeah.
To be fair, having said that, half an hour ago, Liverpool owners said they would consider new shareholders instead of potentially selling the club. So,
I hope so. But you see, they're in a different situation to what we were because people forget. They never mention this in the press when they talk about Chelsea sell. They rarely do. Is Roman left like the conditions on how this club was going to be sold? If is the same thing going to be done with Liverpool? If not, it's pray for the best.
They'll sell it to the person who they feel is the right buyer.
Yeah,
you do that with everything. We sell things. If you sell something on eBay. I mean, eBay is actually different because it's just a bidding. It's an auction site. Okay, I sell vintage football shirts. Yeah. So there are certain shirts that are in certain positions where I go, okay, am I selling it to the right person? Like I actually interview the people. Like I had a Maradona shirt, not a real one, but like I think it was like it wasn't even vintage. It was just like the one when he died that Boca Juniors released, and I had that shirt, and someone really wanted it. But they're asking for installments, or there was a bloke who said I can pay everything up front, but proved what he was going to do with the shirt for me. So he was a collector as well. So I was like, okay, I'll sell it to you because one, you're paying up front, and two, I know you're a collector, so it's going to be looked after.
So basically, everyone does their vetting process.
Right? Yeah, it's a vetting process. That's all it is. I think that they'll be in a stronger position for it. I think that they're going to have to pump some money in January, or get someone in. Because to be honest, like Klopp's already. What I seem to have noticed is Liverpool fans are already starting to go, "Oh, yeah, and Klopp's going to say something stupid now," because this is the third year it's happened. People are talking about the 7-year. Curse whichever Dortmund. This is the third year in a row where he's gone, well, we've got injury concerns, so it's not my fault. You think about not last year, but the year before when they just got top four because Alisson scored a header. And the year before that, which was, not the year before that. Am I going nuts? I am going It's been a long day. That year with that Ozan Kabak playing centre back. He's gone. Oh, we have problems with our injuries. So X, Y, and Z happened, and then the same thing's happened this year. He's gone. It's not my fault. It is your fault, Jurgen. So right now they're in a weird position. It is what it is, though. I think Real will beat them. I think Dortmund is going to prove a tough test for us, and I think Bayern, for me right now, Bayern are tournament favourites. Have you seen that? Have you seen the record they set in the group stage?
No. What was it?
They're the first side in the history of the Champions League to have, I think it's either 3 or 4 perfect runs in the group stage in consecutive seasons.
But what have they been missing the previous seasons? Because remember, they've lost Lewandowski, who was. I don't really have to say.
Is he being missed? They're still top of the league.
I guess so. If you look at it that way, I guess so.
Mate,
that's the team that's the team that's got talent everywhere, man.
I know, but mate, Bayern right now are top of the league, right? They've in 13 games they've scored 41 goals.
That's mental.
And they've conceded 12
a game.
Mate, they've conceded 12 in 13 games.
Yeah. And who they got? PSG. Yeah, I think they're out of it. I reckon Bayern are getting PSG out of it. Should we do our little predictions again?
Oh yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. We need to revisit that. We should probably do that on the next episode.
I mean, we were miles off because we thought Atletico would get to the semi-finals.
Yeah, look, it's all gone to shit for them now. The Simeone factor's gone left, man.
They're not doing a tournament tree, are they?
No.
So
we'll have that. Well, I haven't seen it.
They do it in the quarterfinals, don't they?
Let me just read some of the comments in the chat. Happy the Champions League is after the World Cup at least. Yeah, does us a favor, massive favor. Yellow Wall is legendary. Facts. Guni in the mud. As are all Chelsea fans, is what it is. Don't think I can last full stream, bro. So good night. Yes, mad late in India, 2:30 in the morning. But big up Sid, big up yourself. Proper supporter of the channel as well. Chelsea OG, big up. Mad depression still can't look forward to the Champions League yet. There's a lot of time between now and then. That's the now and then. I think I'm getting echo on your side.
Well, echo.
Yeah. Let me try and speak again. No, I'm good now. I don't hear it. It was for a second.
All right, I'm trying to find this fucking tournament tree, man.
We need to make serious. Yeah, while you do that, I'm just going to go through the comments. We need to make serious moves in the January window. Absolutely. We couldn't. I think we'd do well to get 2 of our targets in January. And I don't want to see it being an attacking position. I don't want it being another centre back. It's got to be another right back and it's got to be another midfielder. Has to be 100%. If we can't get both, please just bring me at least one. Just bring me one because we are suffering right now. Jolie and big up Louis and Guni, big up yourself as well, Jolie and Todd Miller. Yeah, quite right. Depends on post-January transfer window. Still might have a mid-table manager playing in the round of 16 and not a world-class cup manager. Bit harsh there.
I mean, look, I think a lot of people have been very harsh on Graham Potter. Very harsh on Graham Potter.
I mean, my thing has been like, what would any manager coming into this circumstance do different? Like in terms of results-wise, I didn't see anyone getting top 4. Even Thomas Tuchel remaining, I didn't see it happening. No,
when we both said this, I find it hilarious that we both said this and people are like, are you talking shit?
I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Injuries literally happened identical time to last season, and it's gone left amongst others. You know, by this time of the season, James was out, Chilwell was out, Kante was out. It's all over again. I'm pretty sure Rudiger had a little injury as well. Like it was an absolute shit show around then, and now it is. It's just a Christmas shit show. Everybody gets snow. We just get a bunch of just fucking either seagull shit, which we had the other week, or just any other type of shit coming from the air, man. Fuck December for a Chelsea fan. It's just a horrible time, isn't it? Just want to get over it and just let's get into the cup competitions and try and win it. How you doing on the tournament tree though?
I'm having to build one now, which is doing my fucking head in.
Okay. I'll continue to go through the comments. PSG is another dumb club to fire Tuchel. There go my kids arguing there. Sorry, people. TS Footy, I would like to thoroughly apologize to every Chelsea player pre-2019 that I ever criticized, joked about, or slandered. I sincerely didn't know what was coming. TS Footy, I've got to say this. This is easily probably the worst Chelsea squad I've seen since I can remember. I don't remember seeing one this bad.
I mean, could be worse.
Yeah, but the way I see it though, Louis, if we're being real, it's got to get worse a little bit before it gets better. I don't like it.
I agree with you, but the problem I have with that is he going to get it better? Because I like I said,
true.
Lot of talking from Bowley, and I was in the camp of, well, let's see what he says. Now I'm not. Now I'm kind of going, okay, you need to pull your fucking finger out, mate. I don't have time for his bullshit. I think he talks too much, and he's talking about how it's more difficult, and you know he wants to do this, he wants to do that. But okay, do it then. You know, get those fucking people in place. Stop talking shit. He does too much of it.
Everything's done very publicly in terms of transfers, and that's not very professional at all.
No.
Oh yeah. So hopefully, you know, that changes. But you know, with that Nkunku news coming out, it doesn't give me much faith that it will. I hope he learns. He needs to learn fast because that could hurt us, man. It's definitely not a good look. Sangare and Edson Alvarez are both bums. Nah, I don't think so at all. I've got to disagree.
They're not bums, but are they what we need?
I think they are precisely. I want Declan Rice, my number one. For me, it's Declan Rice and another midfielder and another number 6. We can't just have Dec. We need somebody to alternate him with. Otherwise, we're going to run him down to the ground like we did Kante and Kovacic. You know, so it's gonna, for me, it has to be 2 number 6s. It has to, and then a creative midfielder. There's a lot of work to be done on this squad, Louis, man. There's a hell of a lot of work to be done on the squad. Positive I take from Todd is that at least he's willing to pull the trigger, bruv, and spend money. But he's definitely got to do better in other avenues. Got to learn to keep his mouth shut. Has to get deals over the line.
There's spending money, mate, but there's spending it wisely, and there's spending money in other areas. Just spending money on transfers is not enough. He's got rid of an entire backroom team. Yeah. He did that. He now needs to spend the money to bring in those people, because this is the problem I have with him. Because he took, mate. It drives me up the fucking wall. He gets away with it because people are like, here's what it is. It'll be all right. No. Like he needs to fucking pull his finger out of his arse and sort that fucking backroom out. Look at when Roman came in.
100.
When Roman came in, he brought Peter Kenyon straight away. Done. In. Set up who I needed to bring in. Did Todd Bowley do that? No. I'm going to handle all the transfers. I'm going to do it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. He's got no idea what he's doing. Well, in the US, well, it doesn't fucking matter. The transfer market in Europe and around the world in football is nothing like the US. Again, it's like, this might come across as a bit, nasty. I don't mean it to, but it's like when people in the US are, Tom Brady's the greatest sports person to ever live. There is another country outside of the United States. Again, it's exactly the same as when British people talk about the Premier League being best league. Is it? No, even then, it's Premier League fans talking about the Premier League being the best league. The people watch the Championship. That is the best league in the world.
It's gone up levels over the years. I've said it before. I've said it last season that, you know, people shouldn't be laughing at championship teams. That league has got a lot harder over the past 10 years, 100%. But yeah, what were you saying on that?
On the tournament tree?
Yeah.
I'm 2 teams away, so it's nearly done.
We are 2 teams away from...
I just got stuck into talking about Tony being a wanker. I mean, he's cozying up with fan channels, isn't he? So, you know.
Give him time. Give him time. He'll be... We're going to have to judge him, bruv. I know, like I said, I'm going to hold my mouth closed until the end of the summer transfer window. That's when I shall speak and really, you know, give my thoughts on the situation. That's a good point. The coaching club setup is vital, Koga. But do you know what? He has got several people in, but it's not complete.
Can you name them?
Not off the top of my head, no. Definitely not off the top of my head.
Peter Kenny was such an obvious one because he goes, this is what Top Buddy's bang on about, right? Okay, so I want a director of football. I want a sporting director. Okay, it's going to be fantastic. I also want a head of recruitment, and I want a secondary head of recruitment to work with a guy that was brought in from Brighton. You know, I need to get these guys in. Fucking like, okay, cool. So you want someone to be the director of football? No. I want a director of football, a sporting director, a head of recruitment.
That's everything.
So you want 4 people for one job? Yeah, okay. And I still want to be involved in all of the talking to do with the transfers.
Isn't that what Red? Is it similar to the Red Bulls though? Don't they have like bare people for their recruitment?
I mean, that's gone really. They've how many top trophies have they won? The Red Bull Group. Appreciate that. The Red Bull Group is a great example for running a football club. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's a kind of
if you want to be a selling club.
That's what they are, though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I thought Chelsea were coming in to go back to the top of football. That's what he was saying on about.
Yeah, Louis makes a good point, you know.
It's what I do. My thing. And then it's going to turn. This is Bakayoko and Chalobah all over again. Do you remember when I made that video and I got heat for a whole summer?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
I said Chalobah's better than Bakayoko. Why are we doing this? What are you talking about? Bakayoko's been great at Monaco. Yeah, I know he has. But it's Monaco.
Is his contract ending at the end of the season? I think it is, you know.
Mate, I'm having a party.
I hope it is. Bloody hope so.
No, I mean, Jenny says, I'm going to have a Bakayoko party.
When he's out of the club?
When he's out of the club, I'm going to have a party.
Hey, bro.
I went to the piss when Ross Barkley got sold to Nice. It was great.
Hey, bro. Some of that Deadwood you're mentioning, I'm just happy that they're out of the club. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because imagine had we had stuck with them. It scares me to think what Marina potentially could have done if she had stayed. For wanting to just gain profit on players. But so that's a silver lining there. But Louis, talk us through our first team.
We're done. Okay. I've got credit. Are you taking the piss? To run this tournament, create an account. I'm doing this for your video, right? I hope you appreciate that.
We appreciate this, man. Hey, chat, you see all this that Louis is doing for the channel? I'll show some love to my brother, you get me? All right, let me find this here.
Right, I've got it. We're in.
Got it? Perfect.
I say that as saying spinning wheel of death, which is always fun. Why don't they could they just not make one? You know, can they just not make a tournament simulator?
It's a good idea for any web developers out there. There's one for you. Just make it free. That's probably why they don't want to do it. Their man want to get paid.
Let's try again with this. Tournament tree. I might just do it on paper at this point.
Fuck it.
Okay, right. So we've got. Oh, hang on. No, it's done it. We're in.
Hey.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
It's got rid of it. you know what? BracketHQ.com, suck your nan.
There you have it.
Right.
That is a platform that is not advised. We've got Borussia Dortmund fan in the chat. Big up yourself. It'll be a 50-50 game. I think you guys should pay attention to Kobel and Makoko. They're amazing. Yeah, you see. Makoko, who I was just saying, top players. Kobel, I'll have to look at a bit more. Chike on UK. Big up yourself, my bro. Guni and Louis, who wins PSG or Bayern Munich? We just spoke about that. We've both agreed that Bayern Munich will be winning the with that. We'll be going through in that tie anyway. So thank you for the super chat there, Chike. Appreciate that.
Okay, right. I'm just doing this tournament tree down here. So if we go, I can't believe doing this again. Right. Leipzig, Man City, who goes through?
It's got to be Man City, innit?
Okay, that's
yeah.
Bruges, Benfica.
Benfica for me.
Yeah, I think Benfica will just edge it. Liverpool, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Milan, Tottenham.
What? Do you reckon Milan are going to get players back, you know?
Even when they had their full squad against us, they looked pony.
They didn't have their full squad against us, though. That's the thing. They did have some injuries.
Who were they missing? Zlatan's out all season. Other than that, everyone was there.
I swear Salamakos was injured. Who else was injured? I can't remember, but I do remember there being one or two injuries. I don't know, but Tottenham might, because listen, even in Europe, they haven't really played the best football. And I'm looking at their manager, Antonio Conte, and saying, he ain't really got European minerals, fam. It's not really done much in Europe.
Oh. But this AC Milan team is pony, mate.
Well, yeah, you would. I assume you watch more Serie A than I do, obviously.
They're good in the Serie A, right?
Mm-hmm.
All due respect to them, right? Our team is average at the moment in terms of what it's been in the past.
Yeah, Magnan was injured as well.
Okay, so Magnan was injured, but other than that, they pretty much had a full squad, apart from a few, or one or two. But the bulk was there, you know. The core was there. The centre backs, Tonali, Giroud.
True.
They had.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Went for the second leg. Okay. I'm sorry, but we popped it round and granted they're down to 10 men. Doesn't matter. Even by the end of the first game, we were kind of looking all right. We were popped it round and mate. That Spurs just have much more quality in depth.
So Spurs going through.
I've gone Spurs.
I don't know, bro. I just don't trust them. But
no, definitely.
Yeah, go on then. Put Spurs through.
Frankfurt, Napoli. Yeah. Us or Dortmund. I think we should just Chelsea. Yeah. Inter and Porto.
That's gonna be an all right game, you know.
I think Porto will do it, you know.
They might sneak it, fam. They might sneak it, bruv.
Put Bayern through underneath, definitely.
Because they've also Porto. How many players are going to the World Cup from their squad?
I'm not too sure.
That's another thing to think of. If we know for sure if they don't have that many players going, that might work in their favour.
Inter Milan, I don't think have many players going.
Oh, they don't.
Let me check their. I know it's a bad way to basically their last 11.
Surely, so I'm just thinking in their team who should be going. Brozovic will be going with Croatia. Surely Bastoni's been picked for Italy.
Italy aren't going, remember?
Oh, how can I forget? Shocking.
Just based off their last 11, you've got Andre Onana. He won't go.
Mm-mm.
Unless he's Cameroon, isn't he? Which Senegal?
I believe he's. Let me check.
Cameroon. He's Cameroonian.
Cameroonian. Okay, yeah. Cool. So
did they qualify?
One sec.
I mean, working backwards, Dzeko's not going. Martinez is going. DeMarco won't go.
Cameroon are going.
Okay, so Onana will go. Bastoni won't go. Won't go. Sorry, De Vrij will go, but I don't think he'll start.
Mm-hmm.
Skriniar's not. He's Slovakian. They're not going.
They're not going.
Dumfries isn't going. Barella's not going. Turkey didn't qualify, did they?
Turkey, no, they didn't.
Çalhanoğlu's not going. Mkhitaryan, DeMarco.
Brozovic will go.
Is he fit?
Or is he still injured?
Well, he's not on the bench for them.
Interesting.
In terms of that, bet again, oh fucking hell, where is he? Gagliardini won't go. Gossens will probably go but won't play. Carrera will go but won't play. Bellanova isn't going. Aslani, I don't know. Is he Italian? No, he's not going. Aslani.
I don't know.
Acerbi won't go. Cordaz, don't even know who he is, so I'm guessing he won't be going. He's an Italian footballer. He's not going. D'Ambrosio won't go. Damian won't go. Lukaku will go.
Lautaro Martinez will as well.
Yeah, but literally out of that 11, you've got 3, potentially got 4 going to the World Cup for that squad. 4 or 5. Porto. Who are turning teams over for fun. They're not top of the league, though, Porto.
Who's top? Benfica.
Porto are 8 points off of them.
Wow.
They're closer to going out of Europe.
Yeah, Dumfries is going.
Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on Portuguese football. I don't think any of these are going. Costa, the goalkeeper, I don't know. Conceição, I don't know who he is. I'm just going to give up because I don't know who half these guys are, to be honest with you, mate.
I'll have a look now. Yeah, the fact that I have to have a look is not a good sign either, is it? Maybe
I think Inter a bit edge that.
Mediterranean. Is he from Iran? I believe he is.
Thorama, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to the World Cup. Rodrigo Otavio as well. Is he Portuguese or Brazilian?
He's Spanish, isn't he?
Spanish. Rodrigo Otavio. Yeah, that's right. That's
right. He might be going.
Yeah, that's true. They don't have many players going. That's the point anyway. So what are you saying between Porto and
Inter?
You said Inter going through?
Yeah.
So Portuguese teams are difficult in the Champions League, you know.
I know, but still, I think Inter have got the pedigree, mate.
They do. They've got a very good team. They've got a strong team.
It's a good mixture of youth and intelligence from being wise.
So Inter's going through then.
Yeah. Other than that, though, so if if we do a random draw, or do you want to just break it into a tournament tree?
Have we gone through all the teams already?
Yeah.
So who could we potentially be facing if we go through, if we beat Dortmund?
If in the quarters you can play anyone, can't you?
Oh, true that.
So
out of our winners, who could we potentially be playing?
So if you've got Man City, Benfica, Real, Spurs, Napoli, Inter, Bayern, there's only really one team I'd want to draw there.
It's a bloodbath, but hopefully the players that come back will make a change to this situation. But boy, oh boy,
I mean, if we were to break it down, right, and just do it as a tournament tree, I've got Man City, Benfica, Real Madrid, Spurs, Napoli, Chelsea, Inter, Bayern.
Real Madrid, Chelsea again. Oh,
No, I mean, the way I've broken the tree down, it'd be Man City, Real Madrid, and then us versus.
But Man City will get the most favourable draw. Not that there is one at this stage, and we'll just draw a Real Madrid or something like that.
I mean, can you say that considering we got Porto in the quarters a few years ago?
Yeah. I guess.
I
Swings and roundabouts. That's what I'm gonna say. Fuck it. Swings and roundabouts. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Kane Sales, thank you for the super chat. How are you doing today? Doing very well, thank you. All things considered. Yeah, bruv, it's gonna be difficult this year. It is every year, but let's just see. It's a long time from January. A lot of things can happen between now and then. World Cups being played, Premier League football being played before then. A lot of things can happen. But how far do you think we'll get in the Champions League this year?
I want to see. I'll give that judgment once we get past Dortmund. If we do,
true.
That's what I'm looking at. I just want to see us get past them first.
Yeah, it's about the draw, isn't it?
That's all it is. But in more positive news, you do realise that it is just over a month until I see you in person.
Facts. Louis will be coming over to New York.
I am indeed. New York for Christmas. You're gonna have to take me some spots.
Yeah, of course. I got you when you're here, bro. I'll take you to a few good spots, bro.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do for my birthday, mate. So you got
to. I've got a few suggestions when you're out here, bruv. I've got a couple in mind. We'll take care of you when you're here. Maybe troops might be here.
Troops flies out the day I fly in.
Oh, okay. So you literally just miss him.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm gonna have to literally wrap up. I need to start making food for the kids. It's just me and the two bambinos in the house. Get me? Daddy duty's cool.
Come on, mate. Do we need to do it?
Yeah, but people, I will be making another video going into the Champions League draw in a little bit more depth on my own and a little bit more graphics. Yeah, the upgrades are coming on the channel. You get me? I've been learning the After Effects hard. I've been on that shit. So let's see what we can materialize out of that. But people, big up everybody that did join. Obviously, big up Louis all day long. I've got all of his socials down there in the description, and I've put his link in the description of the video as well. So in the title, it's right there. Make sure you give my brother a follow if you're coming to watch after the live stream as well. Yeah, man. Listen, Champions League February, a lot can happen. Don't be too downtrodden and all that stuff. There's a lot that can happen between now and then. We could get key players back. Anything can happen, man. We are Chelsea Football Club. But people, yeah, thanks for joining. Peace out. Up the Chelsea.